Father Brian Krenwelch. I'm from the Diocese of Wheeling-Charleston. Growing up, my family was very devout Catholic. We'd pray the rosary every night as a family, and so there's a culture of vocations in my household. And so the thought of being a priest was not abnormal. And then my mom would mention it every so often. So I found I was very supported in my house when I finally announced that I was going to be a priest. And I firmly believe it's because my family nurtured a culture of vocations, and it was a great gift.
Father Dennis Shulkins, Diocese of Wheeling-Charleston, St. Joseph the Worker and Sacred Heart of Mary parishes. I would say that there was always an encouragement from my mother to be a priest. I shouldn't say always. We kind of grew up more nominally Catholic, but towards the high school years, the faith became more serious. We moved closer to my grandparents, and my grandfather was like, "You're going to church." I was like, "No, I don't think I'm going to be going to church." He was like, "No, you're going to church." And so I went to church after that, and I owe a lot to my grandfather, but it was, my mother had come to a deepening of her faith while I was in high school, and that made a significant difference, for me. So there was always that support. And my father, he wanted to support my advancement in my career, and I think that there's something very, very thoughtful in that. I entered the Navy. I did an undergrad in nursing. I got accepted to anesthesia school, and that's when my father thoroughly encouraged me to pursue that instead of going into seminary, where my mother was much more, she wanted to see me answer God's call, whatever that would be. So I would say, that was the general disposition. I think the rest of the family was fine. They would have been fine with me being married and an anesthetist. But I think the greatest encouragement came from my mother and some other family friends.
Hi, I'm Father John Rice from St. Francis Xavier Parish in Parkersburg, West Virginia. How did my family influence my decision to become a priest? I would suggest it may have started with my grandmother, who, whenever I was a young boy, still in elementary school, she started taking me to holy hours. It was a time that I enjoyed spending with my grandmother, and that was probably where the seed of my vocation was planted. Thanks for asking.